Arriving here at the iconic Principality Stadium, okay, if you're old like me, we call it Cardiff Arms Park, in the heart of Cardiff, honestly, it just hits different. If you've watched rugby as a young fella and grown up around the sport, knowing the powerhouse that Wales used to be, coming to Cardiff Arms Park, or now Principality Stadium, is a must-do visit if you're ever in Cardiff. The history runs deep here. The stadium itself, this one, opened in 1999, but the original Cardiff Arms Park, of course, dates back to the 1800s. This is an awesome place to come and check out the stadium and to do this tour. It blows me away that over 74,000 people can sit in here and be dry and free from the elements. And this tour, to be honest, it's only like £15 to get on, and that's £15 that I happily spent and would go and spend it again. It's a cathedral to rugby, Cardiff Arms. Okay, well here we are right down here at the side of the stadium, right by the grass. 73,900 people when it's full. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. The corporate box tour is worth going through as well. Checking these out, they range between £5,000 and £12,000 per game. Drinks, food and great seats included. 12 seats in here, boys. What do you reckon? Our guide was absolutely amazing. This is him here holding the door, but he just had so much information. And here he is taking us into the Royal Box at Principality Stadium. These are some of the most exclusive seats in world rugby, and it's where the members of the royal family, including Queen Elizabeth II, would sit during matches and national events. We actually got to sit in her seat. They are perfectly positioned right on the halfway line and gives perfect views of the entire stadium. One of the coolest features of Principality Stadium is its fully retractable roof, which takes about 20 minutes to close. Downstairs in the locker rooms, this is where the teams prepare and get ready, where the jerseys go on, where they're dished out. We got so much information about different elements of Welsh rugby in this area. Our guide was super knowledgeable, and every little fact and story and anecdote that he shared was an experience to remember and treasure. So we're nearly winding up the tour, and fair to say, this has been cool.
Yeah, good tour.
What a cool tour. Super informative stuff, really cool behind the scenes looking, very good. This is the walk from the changing rooms out into Principality Stadium. It's only about 50 metres, but for players it's everything. Imagine running out here yourself, stripped, ready to play for your country, heart racing, crowd roaring, and then you step out into this beautiful pitch. The field itself, international size, around 100 metres long. They have a hybrid grass system here that's designed to handle any sports they throw at it. With the roof closed, the noise just gets trapped inside. Imagine 74,000 fans screaming to you right on top of you as you run out onto the field. From tunnel to turf, this has to be one of the most electric entrances in world sport, and we loved it. And this is the number one changing room inside Principality Stadium. This is usually reserved only for the home team Wales. This is where the jerseys are laid out, where final tactics are locked in, and where the energy starts to build before kickoff. Every locker has seen legends of the game, of Welsh rugby, prepare for some of the biggest matches in the world. It might look calm right now, it almost feels like a museum, but on game day you can imagine how full of intensity, focus and belief this room is. This is where it all begins. Fitting place to sign off from the tour, here in the opposite the Players Lounge. Let's go back in black. So we've just done the tour. That cost £15, about 35 New Zealand.
That was great.
Danielle, feedback.
That was awesome. Loved it. Just getting so close and hearing all the information. The history.
Yeah, so no, great tour. Highly recommend it. Spend £15 here. Don't spend it at the castle to wander around.
Yeah.
Lots of little stories and anecdotes about the stadium, its building, players, just cool stuff. So if you're a rugby person, you grew up watching footy and dreamed of visiting Cardiff Arms Park. Well, it isn't Cardiff Arms Park per se anymore. It is the Principality Stadium, but you've got to come down. If you can't see a game of footy here, do the tour. Cool thing, because Cardiff is so walkable, you can just come off that tour and wander around downtown in Cardiff. You've got this mix of modern shops, historic arcades, and then of course there's the Llandaff Cathedral, a quiet, peaceful place just to call in and visit, but still full of history. But just wandering around town, you've got these amazing landmarks, you've got history everywhere. You don't need a plan, just walk around, explore, and take it all in. Okay, we've just arrived at the Cardiff Market. This is a lot like the other arcade type places, although this is food, vendors, you name it, they've got it. Fresh produce, anything you want to buy you can get it in the market. So let's go for a wander around. This place is full of character. 2 levels, independent stalls, fresh food, local produce, and it's been running since around the 1800s and still feels fully authentic. One of the real highlights, I guess, and something you should do while you're in Cardiff, is eat some Welsh cake. They cook it on a fresh hot plate. It's slightly crisp on the outside, soft in the middle, and packed with raisins and a dusting of sugar. It sounds super simple. It is actually more like a scone than cake, but it's pretty good. A local treat. Probably should try it while you're here. We're a little bit hungry, but in fairness, this is a really nice bun. Danielle found us a pulled pork place that does hot pulled pork and has quite a bit of meat in it. Really good. Yeah, I'm sort of done, in here. Here's the interesting thing. They build these arcades for the weather stuff, so you don't get rained on and snowed on and all that, but it's still cold. You're still going to want to have your jackets and warm weather gear on, for sure. So you'll just find arcades everywhere. If you walk around town long enough, you'll find stuff.
Kiwi Club, yeah.
And the Kiwi Club is right next to the Wyndham Arcade. Danielle's Monday Club. Cool guy.
You guys see any kiwis in there?
Oh, there's bound to be. I can guarantee whoever's behind the bar is a Kiwi. Well, that was a really fun 2 days over in the Cardiff area. We enjoyed our time down on Russell Beach in that area past Swansea. We enjoyed Cardiff, just walking around that town. It is a walkable town, there's no doubt about that. And it's a cool vibe. I said to Danielle, I reckon you should try and get a job here as a school teacher and we should relocate. Cardiff is the kind of place I could actually live. It's just a funky, cool town.
Just not December, January, February.
It's a lot like home, like the food, the people, friendly people. They're so nice. We really like that. So we really like Cardiff, like the Welsh people.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind seeing a bit more of Wales, maybe in the northern part. See what happens. You look like you got a bit of sun today, Danny. You look quite flustered. Anyway, it's nice to drive with a bit of sun. We've got blue sky. We haven't seen that a lot in the last 2 weeks. No. So, good times. Very flushed. Okay, well that's 2 hours or 2.5 hours driving time from when we left Cardiff, and we're now in Reading, England. I would call it Reading because that's how it's spelt, but locals pronounce it Reading. This is just a stop overnight for us so that we can get up reasonably early in the morning and hit the road for Luton Airport to take the rental car back, which has been really good for us. Like, it's been a great hire. Comfortable car, fairly economical. It's about £60 to £70 to fill this up. and we'll do about 500 miles in that, which is a lot of kilometres. So it's a lovely evening here. We've got a bit of a sunset vibe actually with the old church across the road. Check in, sleep, get up, repeat. It's looking like an old school Gothic style hotel, but it's Best Western, so who knows. It was the cheapest thing we could find on the route.